Ecclesiastes 7 through 9. A good name is better than fine perfume, and the day of death better than the day of one's birth. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for this is the end of all men. And the living should take this to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the face the heart is made good. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of a fool. This also is vanity. Surely extortion makes the wise man foolish, and a bribe destroys the understanding. Better is the end of a thing than its beginning. The patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Do not be hasty in your spirit to be angry, for anger rests in the bosom of fools. Do not say, "Why were the former days better than these?" For you do not ask wisely about this. Wisdom is as good as an inheritance, yes, it is more excellent for those who see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, even as money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom preserves the life of him who has it. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he has made crooked? In the day of the prosperity be joyful, and in the day of adversity consider, yes, God has made the one side by side with the other, to the end that man should not find out anything after him. All this I have seen in my days of vanity. There is a righteous man who perishes in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man who lives long in his evil doing. Do not be overly righteous, neither make yourself overly wise. Why should you destroy yourself? Do not be overly wicked, neither be foolish. Why should you die before your time? It is good that you should take hold of this. Yes, also do not withhold your hand from that, for he who fears God will come out of them all. Wisdom strengthens a wise man, more than 10 rulers in a city. Surely there is not a righteous man on the earth who does good and does not sin. Also do not take heed to all words that are spoken, lest you hear your servant curse you. For often your own heart knows that you yourself have likewise cursed others. All this I have proved in wisdom. I said, I will be wise, but it was far from me. That which is far off and exceedingly deep, who can find it out? I turned around, and my heart sought to know and to search out and to seek wisdom and the scheme of things, and to know the wickedness of stupidity and the foolishness of madness. I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is the snares and traps, whose hands are chains. Whoever pleases God shall escape from her, but the sinner will be ensnared by her. Behold, I have discovered this, says Kohelet. To one another I find out the scheme, which is my soul still seeks, but I have not found. I have found one man among 1,000, but I have not found a woman among all those. Behold, I have only found this, that God made man upright, but they have sought out many schemes. Who is like a wise man, and who knows the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom makes his face shine, and the hardness of his face is changed. I counsel you, keep the commandment because of the oath to God. Do not be in a hurry to go out of his presence. Do not persist in an evil thing, for he does whatever pleases him. For the king's word is supreme. Who can say to him, "What are you doing?" Whoever keeps the commandment shall not come to harm, and his wise heart will know the time and procedure. For every desire has a time and judgment, for the evil of man is great upon him, since no one knows what will happen. Who can tell him what is to come? There is no man who has power over the Spirit to contain the Spirit, neither does he have power over the day of death. There is no discharge in war, neither shall wickedness deliver those who practice it. All this I have seen, and applied my mind to every work that is done under the sun. There is a time in which a man has power over another to his hurt. So I saw the wicked buried. Indeed, they also came from holiness, and they went and were forgotten in the city where they did this. This also is vanity. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil. Though the sinner commits crimes 100 times and lives long, yet surely I know that it will be better those who fear God, who are reverent before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he lengthen his days like a shadow, because he does not fear God. There is a vanity which is done on the earth, that there are righteous men to whom it happens according to the work of the wicked. Again, there are wicked men to whom it happens according to the work of the righteous. I said that this also is vanity. Then I commanded mirth, because a man has no better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink and to be joyful, for that will accompany him in his labor all the days of his life, which God has given him under the sun. When I applied my heart to know wisdom and to see the business that is done under the earth, even though one's eyes see no sleep day and night, then I saw all the work of God, that man cannot find out the work that is done under the sun. For though man labors to seek it out, yet he will not find it. Yes, even though a wise man thinks he can comprehend it, he will not be able to find it. For all this I laid to my heart, even to explore all this, that the righteous and the wise and the works are in the hand of God. Whether it is loved or hated, man does not know it. All is before them. All things come alike to all. There is one event to the righteous and to the wicked, to the good, to the clean, to the unclean, and to him who sacrifices, and to him who does not sacrifice. It is the good, so is the sinner. He who takes an oath, as he who fears an oath. This is an evil in all that is done under the sun. And there is one event to all, yes, also, the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is in their heart while they live, and after that they go to the dead. For to him who is joined with all the living there is hope, for a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they will die, but the dead do not know anything. They have no further reward, for their memory is forgotten. Also their love, their hatred, their envy has perished long ago. Neither do they any longer have a portion forever anything that is done under the sun. Go your way, eat your bread with joy, and drink your wine with a merry heart, for God has already accepted your works. Let your garment always be white. Do not let your head lack oil. Live joyfully with the wife whom you love, all the days of your life of vanity, which he has given you under the sun, all your days of vanity, for that is your portion in life, and your labor in which you labor under the sun. Whether your hands find to do it with your might. For there is no work or planning or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol where you are going. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor riches to the men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. For man also does not know his time, as the fish that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, even so are the sons of men who snared in evil time, when it falls suddenly on them. I have also seen wisdom under the sun in this way, and it seemed great to me. There was a little city, a few men within it. A great king came against it, besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now a poor wise man was found in it, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered this poor man. Then I said, wisdom is better than strength, but the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of the wise, heard in quiet, are better than those who cry to him who rules among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good.